So guys, this is Terence here and welcome back all those who are lovers of dance and who probably want to kind of shake a leg with me. This is your opportunity to do a masterclass with me. So with me right now, let me introduce to you two of my fabulous dancers from the company, Terence Contemporary Dance Company. On my right, there is Eric, and on my left, there is the hot Ramsha. So we're going to teach you some basic Indo-contemporary moves. And although we're going to kind of finish with a routine, but I'm going to break it down, not necessarily in the linear progression of the choreography, but I'm going to intermittently do various combination of exercises so that you understand in depth how it has to be done correctly. So we're going to start with the most simplest things because it's an Indo-contemporary dance class. We're going to use a little bit of the Indian elements of our own country and we're going to combine with contemporary techniques. So let's start with India first. These few things that I'm going to teach you with the hands are basically called mudras. Mudras are basically derived from the Indian classical dance forms, all of the 8 classical dance forms that we have, and they're very simple to do and any person can do it. Even if you've never danced before, you can do this. In fact, these mudras are very good just to also open up your sensory nerves in your body, and it also is a great way to kind of wake yourself up in the morning. So I do this on my own also in the morning just to wake up the nervous system that is there, which is called the nadis in yoga, just to open it up. So the first one I'm going to teach you is a very famous. It's called, the mudra is called Ala Padma, which basically means in the style of a lotus, a blooming lotus. You got to keep your hands out like this. You got to use your little pinky to curl inwards towards you. Then all the other fingers slowly rotate. The wrist also rotates. Watch it. And then you get this beautiful lotus. Can you see this lotus? Yeah, it's a blooming lotus. Yeah, Ala Padma. Okay, so let's start again. With your little pinky finger coming inside, and then the other finger slowly, and the wrist starts rotating also, and then you get something which is the Ala Padma. From the Ala Padma, we're going to go to the next mudra, which is the Kataka Mukha. In certain dance forms, it's also called other mudras, but I would rather restrict to this one. It's called the Kataka Mukha, where you bring your first 3 fingers, starting with your thumb. You bring them together. So your first 3 fingers, the thumb, the index finger and the middle finger come together, whereas the ring finger and the little pinky step out. So from the Ala Padma, we're going to go into the Kataka Mukha. From the Ala Padma into the Kataka Mukha. Okay? So let's try that again. From the Ala Padma, we go into the first 3 fingers coming together, the Kataka Mukha. Yeah? So let's start with the Ala Padma, going into the Kataka Mukha. And from the Kataka Mukha, we're going to go into the Ardha Chandra. We're going to kind of just open your fingers out. It's a half moon, yeah? Ardha Chandra. From the Ardha Chandra, we're going to go simply into the Shikhar, where you invert your right hand, okay? And you just bring this into this position. So this is an inverted Shikhar. This is the Shikhar, actual Shikhar, how it's supposed to be shown. And we're going to lift our arms out, and we're going to open ourselves out, yeah? Simple. So once again, just the fingers. Ala Padma, Kataka Mukha. Okay? From here, we go into Ardha Chandra. And from Ardha Chandra, we invert our right hand and we go into the Shikhar. Yeah? So this is the basic things that I'm going to use. And these are very important because I'm going to use this continuously in the dance form as we are dancing. Now that we've finished the mudras, we're going to go into the next one, which is basically the contraction. Now the contraction which generally happens in jazz is a contraction like this. But in a contemporary contraction, I would like you to feel as if the contraction is happening as if somebody has hit you in the stomach. So if somebody hit you in the stomach, how would you go? In. You would protect yourself. So protect yourself. And what happens is, if you see from the profile, if you see Eric and Ramsha, the moment there's an attack on the stomach, the upper back curves. You see the upper back? It curves. Because the upper back curves, the head which is belonging to the neck from here suddenly starts to drop. And because of the weight of the head starts falling down and the weight of the head takes you down. Yeah? And then when you reach the floor, some of you may not be able to touch the floor, some of you may just hear, it's okay, it doesn't matter. Wherever you are, it's okay as long as you completely roll down, okay? Now once you roll down, you just soften your knees, bend your knees. And slowly roll up, head coming up last. Head comes up. the roll up and roll down, and the contraction series. But we're going to start the contraction right and then go back. So hips go left, right, back. And that takes your shoulders in, drops, and that takes your head. It's all connected. The beauty of contemporary dance is everything is connected. You know, like how we all are connected as human beings. In the same way, all our motions are connected. So if you go here, it connects into your upper back, it connects into your neck, and the neck starts dropping you. This buckling of the knee starts taking you up, and the head comes up last. So it's almost like a recoil. When you imagine you're in a bus and it happened, and somebody just stopped as a brake, you would suddenly recoil, and that's what the body. The laws are very akin to natural movement. We do not create any movement that is not natural, and that is the example I can give you of the coil and coiling in and coiling out is the thing that happens when you're in a bus or in a car and suddenly brakes. You will see your body having a natural rhythm where it goes like this. From the core, you let your upper back fall, and there's a whiplash effect on the head, and then naturally the head comes up last. Yeah? So that is exactly what we're going to do in contemporary dance. Now that we have done step 2, we're just going to revise step 2 once again, which is the contraction. So Eric will do it in profile, and Ramsha is going to demonstrate to you for a full frontal. So let's take the attack first in the hips. Hips going left, right, but sharp, left, right. And then a sharp contraction into your gut. That takes your shoulder down, melts you, and takes you all the way down. When you reach the floor, bend your knees, and you roll up, your head comes up last. Yeah? The next one that we're going to do, okay, after we're finished, is going to be very simple. We're going to go to step 3. It is very simple, laws of motion. In contemporary dance, we like to kind of work with the body according to the laws of gravity and to the laws of motion, because that helps us to conserve our energy and dance for a long time. What am I talking about? Because laws of motion we learned in school when we were in physics. And there are certain laws of motion. The first law of motion, as you know, is inertia. But I'm not going to bore you with the definition of it. It says basically, law of inertia basically states that when a body is in a state of rest or in motion, it continues to be in a state of rest or motion unless an external force is applied. Don't bother about it. What you need to know is that when you start setting your body in motion, the body continues to be in motion unless an opposite force is applied. So if you just let your body flow and let your hand drop, as opposed to carrying it and placing it there. See, this is using your own force. Don't use your own force. Use the laws of momentum and also use the laws of gravity, because the gravity is going to get your hands down. But the force in which gravity gets you down is also going to take your hand up. It never will take your hand just down there unless you stop it. Laws of motion says it will continue. So in that aspect, we're enjoying the laws of momentum. Yeah? So you just have to keep your body really relaxed and let it go. And that's what we call it playing with the laws of momentum. Now that you have played with the laws of momentum, okay, what we're going to do to this is we're going to add a little bit of a brush of the leg. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now when we do the 7, we do a brush here, cross brush. And when we do the cross brush, we're also going to do a little jump. So I want a little jump, 7, 8. You can also bend your knee and don't keep it straight, lengthened straight, yeah? So let's try again. We're going to go right side first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? Simple. So this is the laws of motion that we were talking about. Next, I'm going to go with the same laws of motion for the neck. For the neck. So you're going to just let your body neck swing 1, drop it 2, drop it 3, drop it 4. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to this a chassé. A chassé basically means to chase. It comes from a French word, to chase. So you're going to chase one leg behind the other. So my right leg, which is here, is getting chased by the left leg. That's what's called a chassé. So my left leg chases the right, and there's a shift, and it escapes. So my right leg escapes. Okay? So we're going to do a chassé now back, and we're going to do a chassé right, and we're going to chasse left. Now, as we do a chasse, we play with the laws of motion. We let the body go, and we catch it. We can even bend it if you want, and we can play with the head now. We can add the head and the legs, head and the legs, head and the legs, head and the legs. So basically that is your neck and chasse which comes along. So that's your step 4 or step 5. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is the arms. We're going to play with the arms, okay, and we're going to kind of just follow the shape of the arm. So I'm going to start with my arm just, with my left arm, using your left arm. I'm just going to take my left arm around me. I'm going to watch this arm going away. I'm going to lift this arm up. I'm going to now imagine that I have to go through. I have to go through the arm as though I'm going through a tunnel. Then I rise in. Then I try to hug both the arms together, but the right hand escapes underneath. The right hand escapes underneath, and I'm not aware, and it's almost that my left hand is pulling me in the opposite direction, and then I move in that direction. That arm takes me there. This arm goes over my head, and I step out, and I'm in this position. Yeah, let's do it again. How do we break this down? Very simply. You keep your left arm forward. Your left arm goes facing this direction towards the left side, picks up all the way. Then, as it picks up, you've got to curve your spine. And you've got to face front, dig into this tunnel, and now hug yourself. From there, your right escapes underneath your left. You keep looking that direction. You turn your body, comb your hair, and open out. Yeah? Simple? Okay, one more time. Very slowly, starting with the left arm. Left arm in front. The wrist opens in this direction, outwards. Takes it back all the way. Goes up. Drops in. Releases forward. You hug yourself. You let your right hand go under. Left hand starts combing the hand over the head. And you release out there. Yeah? So that's your simple movement of the arms that I've taught you. Now from here we're going to also do something called, very classically in ballet, rond de jambe. Basically means circling the leg. Now we're going to take a half circle. A half circle simply because we're already in parallel. We're going to slowly shift our weight to the left, and we're going to keep our right leg free so that it can take a half circle behind as my left knee is in a plie or a bent position. If you can see, both my feet are planted on the floor and I'm into this position. Now I'm going to take a circle and use my right hand to really chop the space. So I'm going to use my right hand to chop the space, circle, and I'm going to take my right leg along with me. So my left leg is anchored into the floor like a compass, whereas my right leg is the pencil that draws on the floor and goes full circle, and as it goes full circle, you face front. So we start with the arm, and the arm comes here. Now the arm cannot go any more further, it's a spiral. So it uncoils, and we come up here. Clear? Yeah? Now that we are here, we start with the left leg. Rond de jambe, but demi, half. Okay? We just circle the leg, and we're in this position. Now we use the left hand. Left hand to swipe the space in front of you. And the left hand circles, right foot becomes the compass point, left foot becomes the pencil, and we do a turn to get yourself in this position. You're in a corkscrew position, the corkscrew position. You have to unwind. There's no more place to go anywhere. So you unwind and you come in this position. Yeah? So we can do a series of these. These are basic exercises to understand laws of momentum, to understand spirals. Once again, let's go once again with this concept of the spiral along with the rond de jambes. So you already suspended on your left foot, right foot is free. Right foot is free. Right foot circles backwards, back. So you circle back. When you circle, you'll have to make sure your leg is not in the air. Therefore, you need to bend your knees. Yeah? So bend your left knee, circle your leg, keep the knee into a plie position, arch out and reach out with your shoulders, swing the right arm, and you're in a spiral. That takes you into the unwinding position. You're already on your right foot now. You take your left leg back. And you use your left arm and your left leg to circle. And you unwind. Simple, isn't it? So basically you're going in and you're curving the path back. So you're going into a spiral and you're unspiraling. Spiral and unspiral. So the torque that you create in the spiral gives you enough energy and momentum to unspiral. Yeah? So the beauty of contemporary dance is that if you put enough momentum in your first step, the rest of the things happen like a domino effect. The arm, if it follows the laws of motion, the arm leads because the arm is connected to the body follows. And when the body follows, the legs follow. So everything is interconnected. So if you use your arms correctly, your ribs follow, ribs start following, and therefore your legs follow. So everything becomes unison and they start following each other one after the other till you create a point where it goes into a spiral knot. Once it cannot reach anywhere, it unspirals itself on its own. And that is the beauty of enjoying your body. You know, it's like an ignition. You start the car and then the engine is already on. You don't have to keep starting the car. It's the same way. You kickstart it with one motion and then it has a domino effect on everything else. And that is why contemporary dance is our favorite, because you use less energy. It's more about conserving your energy, using the laws of momentum, playing with the laws what nature gave us, as opposed to classical dance, which is very beautiful to look and watch. And of course, I really appreciate it, and that was my base when I started learning dance. But what is important is that it goes against nature in many ways, whereas contemporary dance goes with nature and with the laws of motion. But less about contemporary versus classical. Let's get on to the next part, which is basically what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to teach you the classic butt roll. Okay. For the butt roll, actually we need to start on the floor. But since we have less of time, I'm going to just take you through. Now, some of you may not absolutely be very good with your knee or your back injuries. So I'm going to show you two versions. One where you actually do the butt roll, and one where you can skip the butt roll completely if you have bad knees, and you straight away just do an alternative version. So you reach the final point. So your point A and point B is the same, but only the in-between transition from point A to point B, you could do different alternative methods depending on how fit and how quick you are in learning the butt roll. So imagine that you are, let's do the butt roll on the left side. So we're going to travel that direction. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from standing, which is the vertical. We're going to go to horizontal, partly horizontal, and again come up to vertical. So basically it is saying, you enter the floor and you get out of the floor. You enter the floor, and so when you want to get into the floor, you can get in the floors directly, but that will create a lot of impact on the knees. The best way, ergonomic way to get into the floor is of course the spiral. Now the beauty of the spiral is that A, our body's muscles are shaped in a spiral. That's one. Two, there's a law that says that if you go in a spiral, you require less space. And it's the most efficient way to also go up or go down. Imagine a spiral staircase. Imagine a spiral staircase. It takes the least amount of space to go up as opposed to a normal staircase, which goes here and then here. So a spiral staircase achieves the same concept of going up by taking the least amount of space, where you spiral. You keep your body as your axis, or you keep an imaginary axis on the floor, and you move around that axis to either go down or to come up. Let's make it a little bit more simpler. What am I saying? So imagine there's an axis here, and you're going around this axis. So what you do is, firstly, If you want to go down, most people I see make a big mistake. They do this. You see this? You cannot do this because this is the wrong way. Even when you want to pick something from the floor, we always advise you, drop the pelvis, drop the hips to the floor, drop yourself and then pick it up, right? The best way to pick up anything on the floor is not this, because this is going to put a lot of load on your lower back. And that's exactly what happens with many dancers trying to learn contemporary dance. They try to learn it sometimes, and sometimes the teachers may not give enough information. What happens with the teacher is probably they know it, but sometimes they forget to explain certain things. And therefore be very careful that when you're doing this butt roll, that you let your entire body with your hip go down first. So the thumb rule is when you want to go down, before you go down anywhere, you have to go down into your heel first. The thumb rule is go down first into your heel, then traverse the space. So my first idea would be to make my hips touch my heel. Okay, so I go here. So I bend my knees, I fold my hips down. Now what I do is, I'm going to use my arms to get into the floor easily. So I'm going to drop my hips, I'm going to keep my right hand on the floor, right hand on the floor. Then I'm going to not place my knee on the floor. Now we are lucky we have a very nice floor here. But if you have a bad floor, or it's a stone floor, or it's a marble floor, imagine your knees banging the floor. It's going to really create a lot of impact. And probably you do it once, it may not, it may not hurt you so much. But if you're practicing daily, you're going to be banging your knees. And as I always tell my students, when we were born, our mothers or whoever is your mom, nature never gave you a set of spare knees and said, okay, in case they get damaged, you can use this spare one. We were all born with just one knee and there were no spare parts. So it's very important that we take care of our body in our ambition to learn sometimes dancing or certain gymnastics, certain things. But be very careful, to keep in mind that you never let your joints get impacted on the floor. Always use your joints to fold, but always land on the fleshier part. The fleshier parts are always the sides. So your side of the calf, side of the thighs, side of the butt, they are amazing places to land and take impact. So when I'm going on the floor, you'll watch, I will also go with the side of my calf muscles, then the side of the thigh, and then the butt. This gets into the Gandhiji position, the Gandhiji position, okay, also used in yoga. And then I open my leg out. I unspiral my leg out, and then I swing my leg, right leg here. And then I get up. As I get up, I make sure I keep my left hand on the floor so I can use the left hand to get up, okay? And always gather yourself completely. Don't put your leg too far away. Gather yourself in. Come up, and you're standing up. That's your butt roll. Let's try again. A lot of information. This is the famous butt roll, which everybody learns and does. And you can do a lot of variations. You can do a quick butt roll on the floor. You can also do a jump butt roll, where you can do a barrel jump, then do a butt roll. Yeah, these are all advanced moves, but it's the basic for anything. You can reach the floor, go to the butt roll and come up, reverse butt roll and come up. A lot of things contemporary dancers do, but the principle and the base is the same. Slowly breaking it down, diagonally. Once again, we're going to go towards the left. So which hand? Right. Which leg? Right. If I want to go to the left side, I must start with my right hand on the floor, right leg into the floor. Ready? Right hand, right leg. Fold, open. Swing your legs. Open, swing your legs. Keep your legs on the floor. Bring your legs in again. Now swing this leg. You're again going the spiral staircase and you're coming up. Yeah? Okay? So that's your spiral staircase. Having said that, we're going to go in the next part. We're going to learn a little bit of chow. Okay? The chow legs are very simple. You just have to kind of swing your leg, lifting it. Chow comes from, there's Mayurbhanj chow, there's Purulia chow, there are various kinds of chow. Mayurbhanj chow basically comes from Odisha. And the style is very beautiful, where it's almost like a warrior dance. So I'm just going to show you the footwork. For example, I've incorporated that in the choreography. So you take your right foot in, Okay, closed position of the passe. You open your leg out. You don't have to lift the leg very high. Keep it lower. Just lift the leg again in a closed passe to open and place the foot. Now you can make it very elegant and control it as you go. You can control it as you go. You can control it as you go. You can control it as you go. Yeah? Now the arms in Chow, basically it was a warrior dance. So you have to think of a shield and a sword, which is exactly what warriors use. And you've got to imagine that you have in one hand the shield and in one hand the sword. So I have the shield on my left hand, imagine, and I have the sword in my right hand. So I'm going to start with, lifting, but I'm going to do an improvised version. So technically we go with the shield, sword, okay? That's how it's done. But I'm going to add a dance element to it, and I'm going to keep it into an Ardha Chandra, okay? What we did in the beginning. I'm going to drop this hand in, and I'm going to take this hand up, and I'm going to flip this hand, chak. And after I flip, I'm going to bring this down, and I'm going to take this hand up, and I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to bring it down, flip it. Very beautifully, also watch, because it's inspired a lot from Odissi dance, there's a lot of the hips that swing, and the body is always, in a beautiful slow motion. Yeah? Hands and legs together, starting with your sword and shield. Even if you don't get the hands and the legs together, even if you can just do the legs, I'm good. Okay, because technically this would require a little bit of advanced level of understanding. So I'm going to show you without the hands, and then we do once with the hands. Only legs, we're keeping the hands here. This is also a very famous position. Again, you have the shield and the sword. Okay, 5, 6, 7 going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now, with the arms. 5, the arms will go here and reverse. 5, 6, 7, going. Right, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? So, well, we pretty much covered a lot of the stuff which we are now going to incorporate in the choreography. So, everything that I taught you right from the beginning of the class to the end was all basic techniques to understand the choreography that we're going to show you. Let me now show you the sequence of the choreography. Let's start. Are you ready? Take a sip of water. Take a sip of water. Get some water. If you're sweating, make sure you wipe your sweat and you're clean. And now we can start teaching the choreography. And here we go. Okay? So, the first step, what I want you to do is just move your hips. And I want you to give me this attack. 1, 2. So, left, right, and the right, you're going to attack, but in a diagonal position, favoring left side, going towards the left. So, we're going to do 1, 2. When we do the attack, we're also going to do the Ala Padma. The Ala Padma comes in, and it goes into a Shikhar, inverted Shikhar, and then it opens into an Ardha Chandra, and the elbow goes up. Watch me again. Ala Padma, inverted Shikhar, Ardha Chandra, left arm goes up. Okay, clear? Easy. Once again. Ala Padma, Shikhar, Ardha Chandra, left arm up. Now the body. The body is going left, right, contracts, shoulder goes in, then rises up, then that takes it up. Keep it up and move your head slowly as your leg does around the jump, what I taught you. Yeah? And then we're going to chop the arm from the front and turn. But let's do both together now. Hands and legs. First step. And 1. Ala Padma. Striking in. So it's like your stomach. You have a dagger, and the dagger goes in. So your little pinky goes in. Then it goes, you take your hand, you let your elbow go away from you, You rotate the wrist inwards and you go into this position. From here, you drop your hand and you start doing a rond de jambe with the right leg. Right leg rond de jambe back, and your left hand comes up. Okay? Now from your left hand in this position, Aral, okay? You're going to chop your hand, right hand, and you're going to turn. And you're going to face back, and you're going to let that hand trace your back pocket, and you're going to do a chassé. Chassé, 1 and 2. Then you're going to lift your left leg up, and as though you're offering something, you're going to offer. You're going to keep one hand higher, longer than the other. Then you're going to open that leg out, and we're going to go for the next step. Only till here, let's recap. First step, and 1. Ala Padma. Reverse invert. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aral. 7, we're going to circle. 7, 8. 1, trace your hand. Plie. 2, dig. 3 and 4. Using both your hands, you're going to offer. 5. Okay, 6. Once again. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go for the butt roll, which Ramsha has just done. Okay? So, we're going to go for the butt roll from there. Let's continue further. Okay? We're here. From here, we go for the butt roll. Down to the floor. We open. We arrive. So, we do a butt roll, and again, we roll up and come up. The spiral. So, from here, butt roll, extend the leg into the floor. Coming up, you're here. Facing the left. From there, from the butt roll, what we're going to do is we're going to go for the chow dance. We're going to find that continuation to go into 1. If you don't feel the arms are confusing, just keep your hands here. For now, let's keep your hands here. It's easier. Okay? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that is your end phrase. Because from there, again, you take your right leg behind you and you drop all your hands in down to arrive and take your left leg forward as you're reaching to show your chest to the sky. Till there. That's one phrase. Let's go from this position. 5, 6, come forward. 5, let me demonstrate. 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend the leg 1. Down on the floor 2. Coming up 3. Land 4. Hand fisted 5. 6. Chow 7. 8. Place your hands behind you as you're reaching for your pocket. Rond the jambe with the right foot. Turn back. Step forward with your left foot. Now go left shoulder, left. Left, right? Are we finishing left? Left, right, left? Yeah. Okay? So left, right, left. Because from there, okay, we're going to go for the brush. Once again, just the butt roll from there on. 5, 6, 7, throw. 8, kick. 1, 2, up, 3, 4, get ready, twist. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. From there, we're going to incorporate brushes. We're just going to do a brush, so come back. We're going to do a brush. You've reached here. You're going to brush 1, 2, and then you're going to jump 3. Now, I'll do the hands later, but just the brush. Brush, brush, brush. Yeah? Now, the hands. It's going to go very flamenco, very Kathak. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, in 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? 5, 6, 7, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now with the leg and the hands. 5, 6, you're already here. 7, 8. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 4, when you go 4, you keep this hand where it was. You keep this hand as though, there's a partner with you, like a waltz position. And you take a turn. Take a turn, and you come here. When you finish here, you let this hand flip backwards. So your wrist opens up, and you see this arm. Then you raise this arm up. What I've already taught you, you dig in, you embrace, you go through, you arrive here. Yeah, what we already learned before. So I'm just putting all of them together. Let's start again from where we left it, which is this one, the shoulder. So you've just arrived at the shoulder, left, right, left, up, and from there you've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a spiral. That takes you there, goes up, you dig in, you embrace, you go through, and you arrive here. Yeah? Okay? I brushed my mic, but it's okay. Ready? Are we doing well, guys? I hope you are. I know it's a bit complicated to watch somebody on the screen and try to do the steps, but I'll just go with you with the legs and left and right, just in case you're at home trying this or in the studio. You can probably kind of figure out where you're going right or wrong. Should we just recap everything that we have done? Just where we have reached. That kind of makes it more simple. Let's do a recap till here. Yeah, Ramsha, Eric? Okay, let's go. Are we ready? I think I can hear you. I'm imagining it. Let's use the power of imagination. But let's go on, hoping you're really doing well. If you're sweaty, if you feel you're tired, you want to take a break, please do that. This video is going to be available for you for eternity, thanks to Facebook. And we're at Facebook office. So yeah, so you're going to have this video for eternity, so don't worry about it. Don't panic. You can always have a review of this. And we're here for you forever. So just get a sip of water, clear the space. Yes, and yeah. Whatever you can learn, you can learn. You do not have to learn everything in one day. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and one step at a time, yeah? So let's start right from the top, okay? From the contraction and the mudra, okay? Alapadma, 5, 6, 7, going, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, release, 5, 6, turn, 7, 8, spiral, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From here, we're going to go into the back. 7, 8, 1, and 2. Brush, 3, 4, 5, 6, turn, 7, 8, arm, 1, 2, down, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Yeah? One more time. Can I watch them? Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8. Contract. And 1, 2, up, 3, 4. On the jambe. 5, 6, circle. 7, 8. Plie. 1, chasse. 2, 3, 5, 6. Open. 7 and 8. And 1, 2, chow. 3, 4. And back leg. Right. 6, 7, and 8. Brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Arms. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well done, guys. Clap for yourselves. Woo! A little bit of motivation always helps, right? So thank you so much. We have a few people here who are taping us, watching us. Thank you so much for your support. They look very mesmerized. You want to try this? He's saying, no. You want to try this? Okay, let's move forward. It's the last part and the most amazing part. So you have just arrived here. Now this is my signature step. I had to put it. You see that in many of my performances on television. But I think it looks so beautiful that I can't resist putting it. And everybody knows it when I kind of dance. I have to put that step in my choreography. So I'm just going to do a simple version of it. You just, from here, when you arrive, collapse. You collapse. Okay, so you let your body collapse. And you get your leg in, right leg. Then you step back on your right foot, right and left. When you step back, you step on the ball of your foot. This is the ball of your foot. The ball of your foot is here. So you step on the ball of your foot. And you really rise up, okay? And then you just spiral your body in this direction. And let your head go down to the floor. Your right hand gets the floor. Again, the butt roll comes in use. So let's see what that step is. The arms basically go from here down, Ala Padma. Ala Padma, the blooming lotus, to go into the hand, into the floor. Okay? You're going to go and do a butt roll. You're going to stand up. Stand up. When you stand up, you're going to go from here into this position, the Shivalingam position. Here, okay? And from there, you're going to invert the shikhar, and you're going to go into this mudra, which is Aral, and you're going to move with the body, okay? And that's what we're going to do. So let's do this last part, okay? We've just got a few more steps. Stay with me. Don't worry, stay with me. So we're just finished here. We're going to go from there. We're collapsed. We're going to go up. We're going to go into the floor. We're going to go step. Left leg comes back. We're going to go slam into this position. Let me step back so it's more clearer. You're in this position. Your left leg is behind you. You lift your thumb, invert it. Then you move with the body. You give a certain shimmy with the body, vibration, and you make it look up with the hands. Look at the arms. Then you take the right hand in. You cross, see your left leg was here. You cross your left leg behind. You take the arm. Now you swing this arm up and you join here. You can either be here or you can be in this beautiful posture. You do the Indian head, and then from the last step of the day, we're going to do a deep lunge. We're going to throw our hands out. We're going to collapse in the floor like this. Yeah? That's the final step. I think I disturbed my mic. The sound dada is like, okay, they're always very protective about their things, you know. So yeah, this is what the choreography looks like. Let's do the last part again, yeah? So we were here. From here, we're going to take ourselves into a collapse and rise up here, Ala Padma, okay? You can do anything with your arms. We're going to take this Ala Padma right hand. We're going to take that right down, looking up, and then getting into the floor. And making sure your knee doesn't touch the floor. No knee on the floor. Remember, no spare parts. And you go in, open, spiral staircase, coming up, right foot forward, left foot is behind. Drag the left foot in. Get yourself into the Shivalingam position. Reverse it. Open into the Aral. Move the shoulder. Now from here, you're on your left foot. Replace the left. Shift left, right. Shift left, right. Pick it up. Capture this position. The Ala Padma position we had earlier. Same position with the legs, hands crossed. Invert. You can either stand straight or you can still be here depending on what position you would like. You move your head and then you let your right leg escape and you sit on your left foot. Release it. Okay? That's the end of the piece. Shall we do it from the top? Yes. Okay, ready? Once with me and then once I can just guide you through. So, again, if you have a towel to wipe your sweat, maybe open some windows if you have to. Make sure your furniture is away. And yeah, you can put on any music you want to. Okay, this choreography can go to any music. It's got a fusion of Indo-contemporary. It's called Indo-contemporary because it mixes contemporary and Indo style, Indian style. It's a style that I originated and I created because I felt that contemporary was such a beautiful language and Indian dance has so much to offer. And I thought if these two could marry each other, it would be lovely. And that's what Indo-contemporary side of. And that's what, Dance India Dance, we saw it in Dance India Dance. You saw it ample amount of times in my coaching tutorials. And I think it's a beautiful art form and we're very happy. So all I want to tell you is that this is something very close to my heart. This is close to my company. I love to dance and I love this style. And the beauty of this style is that I can borrow all other dance forms. I can borrow Indian classical, I can borrow folk, I can borrow, you know, everything what I've learned and what I've seen. You guys can come in front also. You can join me. Yeah. You know, I can borrow any of the classical or, you know, folk dance styles. And the beauty of contemporary dance, I can incorporate it very beautifully. And it somehow then contemporary dance has a new language. And the fact that contemporary dance allows you to breathe, allows you to follow laws of motion, allows you to use, you know, gravity to your advantage. So it doesn't get tiring to the body. Many times other dance forms that I have learned, somehow it kind of exerts a lot of pressure on your back, on your spine, on your knees. But contemporary dance is so beautiful, it's so organic, that it uses the laws of motion, it uses your own body and your physical energy in such a beautiful way that all your choreography and your step looks like, you know, breath. It looks like, wow. It looks like you're breathing in, you're breathing out. And that is something very important, even in choreography, that you have moments that are big, and then you have moments that are really small and collapse. That you extend, and then you really then drop everything down and get yourself into the smallest position. And then again, you grow. It's almost like how you breathe, right? You breathe, and then you collapse. Breathe, collapse. So breathing is very important in contemporary dance. And every time you do a big movement, you need to breathe into that movement. And every time you collapse with everything that you got. So your muscles are not tensed all the time. They are, you know, they're really going in and out. So it's this kind of feeling. So when somebody is watching a good dancer dance, it's almost like his body is like this jellyfish in water, breathing and extending and moving and extending. And it's almost like that, you know. And that's the beauty it creates. So it's almost like this beautiful jellyfish example that I always get in my head. Because you know how a jellyfish is just like, it's just so light and it's just kind of, you know, with no muscles, almost like, see, it's not a complicated animal, the jellyfish. And yet it moves brilliantly. And we have so much of, you know, body parts and so many joints. And if we can move like that, like you know how our ribs extend and contract, I think the dance form looks beautiful. That's why contemporary dance. Anyways, I can talk a lot about contemporary dance and how it's really beautiful. And but it's more about learning dance. So all of you guys out there, I hope you're having a great time. I'm going to do this routine twice or thrice. And I hope you have mastered this. And if you still would like to kind of, you know, get trained seriously, and probably you discover that, you know, you really want to learn dance seriously, no problem. I have some good news. The Terence Professional Training Institute, our next batch of DPLC starts in November. So post Diwali, get yourself bags and bags packed and come for 3 months. Do an intensive course. It's going to be a very intense course. It's going to be 5 days a week. Because as dancers, you can't dance as though dance is your hobby. If you want to make dance your career, you've got to do it every day. So it's 5 days a week, 3 hours every day with the best teachers, 5 to 6 styles. Trust me, it's nothing like what you've learned before. And the teachers are fab. It's very motivating. So if you're a dancer out there, somebody who wants to learn to dance and knows how to dance, there could be no better place than to kind of take a ticket to Mumbai. Come, our people will help you. You can get more information online, www.terencelewis.com. You can go on to professional courses and click DPLC. You can get all the information. You can talk to our course advisors who will guide you how to come down and stay in whichever place you want in Mumbai to find an appropriate place, you know, so you can shack up with people so it's not very expensive. And of course, Mumbai is a very safe city. And of course, you're learning with the best. So, you know, take that opportunity to come. Our next batch is starting in November. The DPLC course is going to start on November, first or second week post Diwali. But the course is already on, so you can't enroll in between. We only take people when the course begins. And of course, there's an amazing discount, I'm told. So you better go for the, you know, the scheme, especially if you join early. Early bird schemes are on, so please go for it. Make the best out of it because the prices are going to go higher next season. So what are you waiting for? In the meanwhile, let's start to do some dancing, yeah? Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, with the music. A little louder this time. I've chosen the music. I have to give credit to this person. Anand, thank you very much. Okay, he makes music for us. Anando, thank you very much for this non-controversial music. It's copyright free. Facebook is very happy because they said no Bollywood music, no international artists. We have some policy issues. I respect that. So Anand, thank you for making this music overnight. Okay, let's go. Music. He'll be happy. I'm famous. Yeah. We're recuing the music because it also has some amazing tabla moments, but again, we can't hear them because it's a mono. What the hell? It doesn't matter. Music should be in your head, guys. Come on. Music should be in your head. We're going to do this with whatever music you get, yeah?
And in 3, 2, 1, go.
Take a breather. Breathe. Five, 6, 7 with me. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Run the jump. 5, 6 circles. 7, 8. Plie. 1. Chasse. 2, 3, 4. Leave. 5, 6, 7, 8. Chow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Brush. 1, 2, jump 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3. Yes, thank you. Let's see how Eric and Ramsha are doing one more time, and I can cue you as they dance. One more time. Ramsha, you want to get your hair all, yeah. You know, always got to look smart if you're a dancer. I always tell my dancers, look good, feel good, yeah. Always present yourself very, very beautifully. Because, you know, when you're a dancer, we're special. Okay, we're really special. So we're going to project that in every way we possibly can. Yeah? Not everybody can dance. Actually, anybody can dance. That's what I believe in, A, B, C, D. But not everybody can become a dancer. Yeah? But yeah, so for all of you out there who are learning the skills, here is an anybody can dance opportunity. Take it away. Ready? Follow them. Ramsha and Eric, take it away. Music. Breathing. Breathe. 5, 6, 7, 8. Attack on 1, 2, up 3, 4 on the jump. 5, 6 turns. 7, 8. Plie. 1 chasse. 2, 3, 4 and butt roll. 7, 8. Chow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands behind right leg. 5, 6 shoulders. 7 and 8. Brushes. 1, 2, jump 3, 4, 5 and 6. Arms 7, 8. Taking up 1, dig 2. Embrace 3, 4, 5 and 6. Contract 7. Open 8. Down to the floor. Butt roll 3, 4. Right leg forward. 5, 6, 7 and 8. Twist 1, 2. Hold 3 and 4. Collapse 5. Thank you. Well done, guys. Well done. So I always believe that knowledge needs to be shared, and I'm so grateful to all the teachers, both in India and internationally, who have supported me, who have really taught me such valuable lessons, and it's really amazing how it has changed my dancing. And I really believe that if you train really well, train every day consistently, and train well with the right teachers, your entire journey can be, you know, your transformation can be fantastic, can be phenomenal in a very short time. So all of us have talent in dance, but I think I realized that much later. When I was 26, I went to train myself. Before that, I just knew dancing on my own. And like everybody, like most of us know, because dancing for Indians is in our blood. You know, we are blessed with music. We're blessed with a certain sense of, you know, rhythm. We've got 8 classical dances, for Christ's sake. I mean, the whole world has only 1 classical dance. Our country has 8 classical dances, and we have the largest number of folk dances. We're a very dancing country, so dancing comes very naturally to us. But what is lacking is to reach that level, and to reach that level, you need to train. And I'm so happy that I have been trained with I trained late. I started very late in training, but I'm glad that whatever teachers have taught me have stayed with me, and I'm so happy to share this with you. I hope you have learned something. You may have not learned everything, and that's okay, but even if you've got one or two things, I think it's great. So I want to clap for you, and I want to say thank you so much to Ramsha and to Eric. They're really amazing. They're amazing dancers, and I think they're better than me also. And I'm so happy and proud to see many of my students doing so well. And when I see them, dancing, it really gives me great joy to know that they have surpassed me also. And that is my wish for every student, that you do better than me and, really reach the sky. And more than anything else, I think we all dance because we just want to and have to. There is no choice. Especially if somebody asks me, do you have a choice? I don't have a choice. I just love to dance, and what it does to me is amazing. And I want to share this energy with as many people who, who probably do not know what dancing can do to you. It's such a great activity. It's physical, it's emotional, it's intellectual. It's all three combined in one. And I always believe an apple a day, keeps the doctor away. But if you dance every day, you throw your blues away. So with that, I'm going to say, keep dancing, keep shining. Very happy to share everything that I have. And yeah, let's celebrate Teachers' Day. And to all the teachers and to my students who make me a teacher, here is me bowing down to you. Thank you so much for allowing me to teach you, and through that, becoming the teacher that I need to become. Thank you very much. God bless, and see you soon.